Hey guys, how are you? Andy Suku, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. Happy Monday, guys. Hope you guys are all doing well. We're coming to the end of the first quarter. Springtime is here. A lot of people are going to be more actively looking to purchase homes, looking to sell their homes. This is the time when everyone's going to start being out. The school year is coming to an end soon. So a lot of people are going to be in the home market. Some people are going to be moving out of state. Some people are going to be moving into a new state. Some people are going to be moving into a new city, town, or whatever the case may be. This is the time that everyone's going to be looking to purchase a home, get a mortgage, and get settled in for the summer and for the new school year coming up, right? And we're kind of jumping the gun here a little bit, but process moves very fast. Time is moving very fast. So you got to make sure you're prepared, right? This morning, I want to share something with you guys. This actually came on my desk at 10:57 a.m. this morning. This is from a previous client that we represented in 2024. I believe the case was in 2023. It was a quick case. I think it was like a 4-month case we had to handle for her and got the job resolved. Got the job done. All the issues resolved. Back to perfect credit. Now, the client did ask for us not to show too much of this document because came from us from a referral of someone else's, and she does not want people to know her business. And if you see too much of this document, you might, if you're following us, which the referrals that sent the client over are following us on social media, you'll see it and you'll get into the client's personal business. So for argument's sake, I'm going to be editing out a lot of stuff on this document. So let me show you what the document is. And of course, usually I will put the document in the videos so you can read it for yourself. However, for this client's confidentiality, we're not going to do that. So I'll just show you a little bit about it. It's a judgment. American Express. Want you to take a look at how much interest was accrued, 9%, how much the total debt is that's being collected, and the debt was entered into court 2016. You can see that right here as well. So even though I can't put this in the video, Supreme Court of New York, Long Island, as you know, anything over $5,000 or $7,500 cannot be handled in civil court. It's a Supreme Court case. A Supreme Court, if you've ever been in Supreme Court, I mean, we deal with a lot of cases in Supreme Court. It's not pretty. Supreme Court is really, really tough. Civil Court, you get with a lot of things here and there. Supreme, not the same process. This is debt from American Express. And I'll tell you why I'm doing the video and what I'm trying to explain to you guys here. But before I get into that, I want to explain the judgment to you guys and how it came about. So the debt was from American Express. So we know that, as we've said this so many times in videos, that state of New York statute of limitation is 7 years. Even though the creditors, it's not going to be reporting your credit after 7 years, the collection practice can still continue. A lot of banks are aware of that. And what they'll do before the statute of limitation comes to an end, they'll send your debt to an attorney to obtain a judgment. So why I'm telling you that is this debt is from 2000. Hold on one second. The date's right here. This debt's from 2008. 2008. That's when this debt is from. Okay. So, and it accrued 9% interest. They were not able to garnish the client's payroll or bank account because the client wasn't working at that time. So what they did was put the judgment against the property. Now, the client now is selling the home that she lives in Long Island. And she is ready to go into contract. Well, she's in contract already, by the way. Sorry. She's in contract. They're getting ready to set a closing date, right? She doesn't have a CTC yet because of this that came up. But they were getting ready to set a closing date. And when the title company pulled title on the property to see if there's any judgments anything let pending, any open permits, whatever the case may be against the property that the new owner doesn't have to be resolved, does not have to take on the responsibility of, because the current owner needs to resolve all those things. Voila, this judgment came up. Now, the client is actually relocated down here to South Florida, and they're also in the transition selling a home or buying a home at the same time. So that means proceeds from the sale has to go to the proceeds of the purchase for the new home in Fort Lauderdale. Now, and they were supposed to be closing in the next 30 days. And this came up. And the client frantically called, sent the judge. She found out about the judgment from the title company. The title company sent it to her attorney. Her attorney sent it to her. And of course, we need the original copy of the judgment. So we had the attorney do the runner work and get us the judgment, a copy of the judgment, which is what I'm holding in my hands now. Now, this is what I want to explain to you guys. If you're going to go, and before I get there, let me tell you guys something. I did this video last week. I did a video about this, about thinking that someone is going to miraculously come and pay your debts, or it's just going to disappear. Clearly, and I've done so many videos, I lost track now of judgments, and I've shown you documents of judgments that clients are receiving and what my firm is representing these clients on. So clearly the debt's not going anywhere. Clearly this myth of you don't have to worry about your debt, you don't have to pay your debt, and everyone is selling these courses and these 20-step courses on how to fix your credit, and none of that shit is working anymore. Let's like wake up, okay? And deep down inside, you know you owe the debt. You really do know you owe the debt, so stop, okay? The client did say she owed the debt, but because she has not heard from them, she thought it was gone with. Well, she was in for a rude awakening, because here it is now, and the original debt was $8,000. $8,000 went to $12,000. Now it's at $19,000. Fees, interest, collection fees, marshal fees, all of that is tied into the debt the client's responsible for. So the client called us. She has this issue. She needs it resolved. And first thing I want to let you guys know, if you were in this situation, now, if you're dealing with a reputable mortgage company, and they should be able to give you this information, all right? She's dealing with a reputable company, so they were able to give her the information. Most of these companies, these fly-by-night companies, these social media companies, these gurus are selling 50 courses on how to flip a home, buy a home, and mortgage companies are not realtors. And it's listen, a reputable company should be able to give you this information. If they're telling you go down to the court and get the documents yourself, or they send you a screenshot of just what the debt is with no real information, you got to do all the legwork yourself. Stop using that company. Move on. Find another company. Anyway, the client reached out to us, and here's one thing I want you guys to know. One, a title company or the attorney is always going to push, oh, let me settle the debt for you faster, because they have your case in their hands and they're doing the closing. One, they may or may not charge you a fee, but you do not want the title company or the attorney to settle this debt, because they don't have your best interest at heart as far as the savings on the debt. They're just trying to close the deal, get you to the closing table so they can collect their commission check. Okay? So do not let the title company or the attorney settle the debt for you, because this debt's $19,263. They'll probably say, hey, we'll get the debt down to $17,000, but you can pay it at the closing, which comes to problem number 2 I'm going to address. Do not pay this debt at closing. Why? Because if you settle the debt outside, your percentage of having a way lesser settlement. For example, this is $19,000. I'll probably get this debt down to about maybe $11,000 all in, vacate the judgment. That's where we're going to get to. A title company or attorney probably get it down to $17,000. You're thinking, oh wow, they saved me $2,000, not knowing that this debt can come a little lower, so there's more money in your pocket, right? So you don't want to let the title company or attorney settle it for you, because again, they don't have your best interest at heart. They're just looking to settle the debt so they can close the deal so they can get paid. 2, you don't want to pay this debt at closing. you want to pay it before you go to closing because you have the option to save yourself some more money. Now, if you're buying if you're FHA 3.5% down home, and you're just able to cover closing costs, down payment, and so forth, you don't have additional money. I can see why it would be important to save as much money on this debt as you can. Okay, so what's going to happen is that our attorney is going to reach out to this company, and even the settlement and what the client will pay us to retainers to do the work is still going to come out less than what she will pay at the closing table, or if she had the attorney or title company settle it for her. That's a fact. We're going to settle this debt for her. We're going to get a stipulation. We're going to get the judgment vacate. All of this is going to go to the title company. She's going to get her C2C. And now she's going to be able to close on her home. But the reason why I'm doing this video is 3 reasons. First one is, don't ever think that for a second in your head that you don't have to pay these debts back and they're not going to come back to haunt you. Get that out your head, because that's not how it works. Second of all these gurus that are selling you these courses to fix their credit, now I see a lot of this coming back around on social media. Ask them to show you how you handle these situations. Ask them to see their proof, their work. Okay? Second thing is, don't settle it don't let your attorney settle it or your title company settle it. And 2, don't settle it and pay it at closing, because you're going to be paying a lot. Or might as well just pay the whole debt. You might as well just pay the whole debt opposed to trying to save some money if you go that route. I've seen it done multiple times. I've seen the client leave their closing upset because the net proceeds, what they're supposed to receive, is shy of $20,000, $30,000 because of the debt that came up. But what I do recommend to you guys is, if you're looking to buy or sell your home and you're not sure if you have a judgment against you, but you think you may have something, you have the right to go down to the courthouse yourself and pull a public record file on you for free from the clerks. Supreme Court does it, Civil Court does it. And 9 out of 10 times, you've lived in the same town for the last 10, 15 years. So you're not trying to figure out which court to go to. If you live in Long Island, the court's Hempstead. You live in Queens, the court's on Sutphin Boulevard. You live in Brooklyn, Kings County Court. You live in Yonkers County. You live in the Bronx, Concourse, the court's over there. Wherever you live in South Florida, Broward County Courthouse. You live in Boca, downtown Boca Courthouse. Wherever you live in Jupiter, downtown Jupiter City Hall. The court's there. Wherever you live, if you live there for more than 10, 15 years, and you may think you have a judgment, go down to court and pull a record on yourself. It doesn't hurt. All right? So I wanted to share that with you guys. If you have any questions about this document, or any question about this judgment, or any questions about selling your home, closing your home, and you're not sure about judgments, definitely reach out to us. We're here to help you. Also, if you're looking to purchase a home, don't forget we have in-house financing. We now have our real estate portion of our business open and running now, so we're able to help clients. We also have a realtor network connection in other states if you're looking to purchase your home. The reason why we got involved with the network connection is because we want to make sure clients are getting sound advice. So you can have a second opinion in the mortgage space, real estate space, credit space, bank space, all that. You can have a second opinion if you're not sure, because I understand purchasing a home is can be very stressful, especially for your first home. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, drop a comment below. Try to answer it for you guys. Have a great day.